Okay, this video is going to review how to do long division to find a quotient. Since we're going to be finding zeros of polynomials, finding quotients is going to be a skill that we're going to have to use. So how do we go about doing this? So what we want to do is look at the degree of our divisor and the degree of our dividend. And off to the side, like your scratch work, you want to figure out how many times does 4x divide into 12x to the third. So that goes in 3x squared times. So if I multiply 3x squared times 4x, I'm going to get the 12x to the third. So I am going to write that as the first part of my quotient above the correct degree term. So I'm going to write 3x squared right here. Now what you do is you multiply this 3x times your divisor, and it's going to be multiplied times both terms. So we're going to do 3x squared times 4x, and we get 12x to the third. Then we do 3x squared times 3, and we get 9x squared. And if you notice, I lined them up right below their matching degree terms. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract those from those terms in the dividends. And so if you are doing this correctly, the first term should always cancel. So now I have negative 11x squared minus 9x squared. So I get negative 20x squared. And now I'm going to repeat that process again. So I bring down the next term, just like you would in numerical division. And now I'm going to take that negative 20x squared, and I'm going to divide it by the leading term of my divisor, 4x. So I get negative 5x. So that's going to be the next term of my quotient. I'm going to do what I did for the first one, which is I'm going to take the negative 5x, and I'm going to distribute it to both terms of the divisor. So then we're going to get negative 5x times 4x, which is negative 20x squared. Then we're going to do negative 5x times 3, and we get negative 15x. And again, we're going to subtract, which means we're going to change the signs and combine these. And again, the leading term cancels. So I am left with 9x plus 15x, which is 24x. And now I'm going to bring down my final term, which is the 18, and repeat the process one more time. So then I'm going to take 24x, divide it by the leading term of the divisor, which is 4x, and I get 6. So that's the final part of my quotient, at least unless I have a remainder. And now I'm going to distribute that 6 to the divisor. So 6 times 4x gives me 24x, and 6 times 3 is 18. And now again, I'm going to subtract. And if you notice that they completely cancel, so I have no remainder for this problem. And I am finished.